We're on.
Yes, we're on. We're
Good.
on, Jane.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
It's Jane.
Yes, and I'm Jackie. Yeah, Healthy Talks with Jay and Jane. Yes, we are back. Okay, we are back to talk about more exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, every time we have something that is hot and we want to share, we will come on here to share with you. And yes, we appreciate your comments, we appreciate your feedback, and if anything we talk about here hit home, please do not hesitate to contact us. If you want to discuss, if it made you feel a little bit like you want to talk to someone and you need maybe somebody listening to you, we are happy to do that. You have the number on our bio. You can contact us through that number or just send a message on our page and we will get back to you.
Yeah.
So yes, how are you, Jane?
I'm great.
Yes, it's been a while, hasn't it?
Been a while.
Yes, it's nice to be back here.
Yeah, we've been away, holidays and work.
Yes.
We're back.
Yes.
We're here again.
Yes.
So we really want to carry on with where we ended last time. Just the little things in life, just to keep us healthy.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. We just want to go to the basics.
Yes.
And we actually,
that's why we said we need to go back to basics.
Back to basics, because sometimes we look too high and forgetting the foundation, So this page is all about the foundation, the basics of health. Yes. So staying healthy with J&J is anything that we come across that we think is going to be helpful to you.
Yes.
As much as it's being helpful to us. We share it, don't we, Jackie?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. And there is a great story that we want to share with you today. Jane kindly came across it and she shared it with me, and it gave me goosebumps. And I felt that is a story that everybody has got to hear.
Yeah.
Because I think everybody that will hear this story will rethink the way they live their lives.
Yeah.
If you were taking medications and you were becoming quite dependent on medication, you will start thinking differently.
Yeah.
Isn't it, Jen?
Yes, definitely.
That story is just
It's mind-blowing.
It's
mind-blowing. Yeah. Literally, when I listened to the story, I was like, oh my God. So this story was, I listened to it on YouTube. It was a guy, they call him the vitamin D expert, and his name is Dr. Roger Sehud. He's an ICU doctor, that's intensive care unit. Like when people are very, very unwell, they take them to ICU. That's where they get the highest level of care. So this gentleman is a doctor in this place. So he had a case of a young boy that was admitted into his unit. So this boy was 15 years old.
15?
Just 15. And he had cancer.
Oh my God.
He had cancer, and obviously with the conventional method of treatment for cancer is radiotherapy and chemotherapy.
Yes.
And the side effect of this medication is that your immune system is
goes
wiped
down,
out, literally.
Yes.
So these patients who have taken this medication, they are at risk of infection.
Yeah, very, very vulnerable.
Very vulnerable to infection, most especially. That's why when they have an infection, it has to be treated very quickly, because if not, it can lead to really dangerous stages. Which this young boy, unfortunately for him, he had an infection after his treatment. It's like a fungus infection that affected
the
lungs.
And it was what, the right lung?
It affected his right lung. So the infection was that bad that the doctors could not do anything with that particular lung. So they had to remove the lung. So this right lung was removed, and he's just 15. They removed his right lung. He carried on giving him treatment in ICU, and then they realized that second lung was also being affected, with that same infection. So they were like, what are they going to do to this boy? They just, to them, they knew that he was going to die.
So it was evident that there was nothing that could save the boy.
Yeah, with the rate at which the infection, they did all that they could. And so they had to do like an MDT, we call it a multidisciplinary meeting, or including everybody with the family, you know, including the boy as
himself.
Well. So they told him that, and the family, that they don't think they're going anywhere with this, because they cannot intubate him to try and treat this infection because they don't know where they're going. So finally they concluded that they were going to put a DNA in place. So
which is a do not resuscitate, meaning that if something happens, they just let him go. So it's just almost, for some people, it's like a death sentence, especially for a 15-year-old.
For a 15-year-old, exactly.
It's just
putting
like
a
death
DNA,
sentence.
like as nurses, when we see such thing in a hospital, the first thing is like, what, he's 15, why is he got a DNA
because
from?
he's full of life. So he's more potentially we can resuscitate him with success, better than, you know, older patients. So 15-year-old, usually their heart is stronger. They can be resuscitated very, very successfully. The success rate for them at that age is
very
higher.
high. It's high. But unfortunately for this boy, they knew that if that happened, if his heart stopped, if they tried to resuscitate him, the outcome was going to be very poor. So they decided that they were not going to do that. So after that meeting, the family was shocked. They did not expect that. So they were like, so how long are they looking at? So how long do they think this boy is going to be alive for? So the doctor said he's only got 2 days, to live.
Can you imagine that?
2 days. A 15-year-old. How do you begin to tell a 15-year-old that he's got 2 days to live?
Oh my God.
2 days.
You just think of your kids.
Exactly.
You just think of the parents at that time, what kind of emotions they were going through, what kind of thought were going through their mind.
Exactly.
You can't even contemplate.
You can't.
You know, when you have your kids, you're thinking, oh my God, if they tell me my kid has 2 days to live,
what are you going to do? How do you even absorb that as a parent, let alone that child? Because even though he was very unwell, he had all his faculties. He knew what was happening around him.
Going on.
He could hear the conversations that were happening and all of that. So when the doctors, like, they didn't know what else to do, so they turned to the poor child. They were like, you have got 2 days to live. So what can we do for you? What are your wishes? What are the things that you really want to do before you actually,
your last wishes?
You know. So behold, this boy said they should take him outside. That's what he wanted.
That is
he just said,
unbelievable, you know, unbelievable. He just wants to go outside.
He just wants to go outside
to see the daylight.
The daylight, because he's been in hospital in ICU for 6 weeks, this child. And this happened in Minnesota anyway, in America. So he's been in ICU for 6 weeks. So when they asked him his last wish, he said he just wants to go outside. A 15-year-old, that's where he wants to be. He wants to be outside. Outside is where he needs to be. So with that, I mean, the doctors and the nurses, they've tried everything. So
they have to respect his last wishes. They try.
I mean, they'll do everything to make sure that wish happen, because that's all he wants. Just go outside. So the team mobilized and put things in place, and, you know, managed to get his bed outside on the first day. Because remember, they said he had 2 days to live.
2 days, so they don't have much time to get his wish. They
had to implement his wish as soon as possible. So they took him outside, and he went and stayed outside in the sunlight. You know, for some crazy reason, when that boy,
that's really crazy.
It's crazy.
That's really crazy.
How does that happen?
I'm still thinking.
How does it happen?
What miracle? What is that? Anyway, Jen, carry on with the story.